Hi everyone, this is Laurel with Guided by Love. I am so happy that you're here with me, and I want to wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And I'm going to do a quick read for you, but wanted to come on and say Happy Holidays, and I hope that everyone is having a great time. And yeah, just thankful that you guys are here and thank you for your likes, your shares, and your subscribes. And it helps me put more energy into this channel. And I'm having fun so far with all of you. So, welcome if you're new to the channel. And if you're not, welcome anyway. So, I'm going to turn the camera and I'm going to flip it to do a short little reading for you. Oh, one of the songs that popped into my head before I did the reading was You Are So Beautiful to Me. Can't you see? And that, I really feel like it's to you guys. So, namaste. And here we go with the reading. All right, so I already shuffled the deck. And I'm just going to put this up on a little post here. And get my selenite crystals here to hold the cards up, maybe. And we'll see, what does the collective need to know for Christmas Day today? What is important for the collective to know? I ask our angels, guides, ancestors, and ascended masters to come in and give us the information that we need today. What does the collective need to know? We had one card fly out right away. All right, and what does the collective need to know? We got a lot of action. What does the collective need to know for Christmas Day? I'm going to, oh, that one wanted to come out too. Wow. Okay. All right. So, first card that flew out of the deck is, this is so cute. I love these cards. The Knight of Wands. So Knight of Wands is the fastest moving knight in the deck. Knight of Wands is on the go. You may have felt like this Christmas season, like you've been on the go. If you see him, he's looking like I'm on a mission. And he's a take charge knight. He's impulsive, quick to react, and just on the move, like fast, impulsive energy. So that may have been the way you were feeling this Christmas. You'll see he's got a load of presents behind him, and it almost looks like shards of ice right down here, like he's moving through things really fast today. Is the message I'm getting. Like really whipping through things fast, processing things very quickly. There's a lot, and he's moving forward, coming forward, and almost airborne, as you can see. So that was the first card that flipped out. Second card that flipped out was the Knight of Swords. So you have the the Knight of Wands, fastest moving knight in the deck, going to the Knight of Swords, who is, I said that the Knight of Wands is almost airborne, like it looks like he's going to take off. And we go from the Knight of Wands, impulsive, fast, quick energy, moving through things quickly, processing things quickly, to the Knight of Swords, who makes it airborne. So funny. He makes it airborne and he's on a mission. That sword is pointing to the truth. And, his sword is pointed upward to a higher power, pointing to the truth. He's being led to the truth. And it's creating some airborne, it's creating a higher perspective for him, which is so interesting. Wow. And if you look at the propeller, it looks like almost looks like a boomerang, like the ends of a boomerang, but they're going around and around for him. Interesting. He's going at a pretty good speed, that he's airborne, rising above things. Um, Seeing the truth, as he rises above the physical. He's seeing the truth in the matter, looking at things from a higher perspective. The sword of truth is pointing to higher wisdom for him. So, wow, that's pretty incredible. And he's leaving behind. Look, he's leaving behind a few snowmen, a few men to get up and get going. But he's bringing in that sword of truth. So, wow. And the next card that we got was the King of Cups. We move to from the messengers to the king. And the King of Cups is, of course, bringing in that emotional cup of love. And if you see this particular king in the deck, he's got not only one cup, but he's got two cups. One's a little bit bigger than the other. One's for himself, and one is, the one that he gives out to the world. So, and I love this deck, the way it, portrays the King of Cups. The King of Cups is that cup of love, but it's also that emotional, being emotionally available, expressing that cup with emotion, to himself, but also to the world. And he's got the two penguins. This is what I love about this King of Cups, is that he's got a penguin on each side. Is it penguins that mate for life? I'm not sure. I don't know why I'm getting that, but that's kind of what I'm getting. That they mate for life. And the fact that he's got two penguins and two cups, could also be that, one of those cups he's giving to a partner, that there's a partner, there's a counterpart involved, in that emotional cup of love that he's giving out. And then this deck also has, if you look, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. If you look right here on the side, it looks like a little cup, or the first time I looked at it, it reminded me of a lighthouse turned on its side. But now that I'm looking at it, it looks like a cup, like a coffee cup on that side. And then on the other side, it looks like a boat, like a ship has come in. So on one side, it's a ship coming in, the ship that has come in with a bunch of stuff in it. And then the other side is like, it looks like, to me, like the top of a lighthouse. There's light on that side. And the left side is associated with the spiritual, right side with the physical. So might be bringing in that cup of love he's receiving information from the spiritual, and he's bringing that into the physical realm. So there's a balance, between his physical life and his spiritual, which is beautiful. One of my mottos is, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. We're not just humans. We're not just going through this life as a human. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And if we look at it that way, it really changes the perspective of our lives and of our physicalness here, that we can't look at the physical without first looking at the fact that we are spiritual beings. Yeah, so that's a card full of good stuff. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. And then the last card that popped out was the Six of Wands. So, this is a future energy going through all of um, the messengers and the coming to the King of Cups and being able to have those two cups available, one for yourself and one to give out to someone else or to the world, moves you to the card of victory. A hero being paraded through, being paraded is a form of victory, as a form of victory. When you're able to give that cup of love and receive that cup of love, that giving and receiving, you have achieved a victory in life. We're meant to find that happiness, that emotional happiness, the happiness in life, is one of the purposes of why we're here. And finding that, it leads us to a victory, moving into victory. So I'm going to recap really quick. So we went from fast moving, impulsive Knight of Wands, on the go, moving through stuff rapidly. And that could have been how your day went. Or, yesterday with, bringing the presents behind. And he was almost airborne. And we go to the next night, the Knight of Swords, who becomes airborne, rises above all the physical goings on, rises above and can see things from a higher perspective. He's got that sword pointed toward a higher perspective, seeing things from a higher perspective, which helps him to go through life in a more balanced way. King of Cups, giving and receiving, having that cup for yourself and having a cup to give out to the world, to another counterpart, and having a balance of the physical and the spiritual realms. And that leads to a victory, really finding victory within our own lives, having some gifts to show for it, and the victory wreath. And you can see the little surprised look on her mouth is like, wow, I did that, and I love that the horse is green, heart color, and her throne is that blue, deep blue, throat chakra. And so the heart opening up and the throat chakra coming into play as well in the victory. The overall energy for the collective is the Hangman, which Hangman represents the Hangman is a pause in the action, allowing ourselves pause in the action, allowing ourselves to surrender any worries, any concerns that we may have about things coming up in our lives, about anything that's currently going on in our lives, being able to surrender it to the higher power and sending out love to the situation and letting it go, letting all thoughts of it go. Okay, so that is the reading for collective. I want to quick, before I leave today, I have shuffled, I want to pull a blessing from the Blessed Bee deck. I'll show you that. I've used it before on my channel, Blessed Bee deck. I absolutely love this, by Lucy Cavendish. I'm going to pull a blessing for the collective. We'll see what comes out. If there's more than one card that pops out, I'll take it. So I already shuffled the deck. I'm going to say, what is angels, ancestors, ascended masters, what is the blessing for the collective today on this Christmas day? What is the collective's blessing for this Christmas day? And this one wanted to come out. Wow. And then I'll give you the bottom of the deck energy. So a blessing for the collective today was a blessing for the right words. And that's a number 8. So manifestation. Wow. She's got the moon in front of her, like surrounding her mouth, which we said the throat chakra was part of our victory today or into the future. And she's got the moon, the crescent moon there, which I think has to do with manifestation. And she's got the little hummingbird on the, at her back, you know, and that to me it represents, you know, when we surrender things, the universe can step in, and the universe always has our back. When we surrender something to them, to the universe, it allows things to unfold naturally without fighting or fussing or without trying to control anything. So I really feel like the hummingbird is symbolizing that. The crescent moon is a time of manifestation. We're coming out of the dark of the moon into the light of the moon, and it's really, yeah, it's a time of manifesting, of things coming forward in our lives. And you know, the blessing of the right of the words, take it as it pertains to you. And then at the bottom of the deck is a blessing on a new venture, is the overall energy. And you know, for the overall energy here, we said it was surrender, and that kind of goes with this card that we pull, the blessing on the right words, but a blessing on a new venture. And you can see that she's got the bow and arrow, which is associated with Sagittarius, the archer. She's got that pointed and she's targeting in. It's also the warrior stance in yoga. You know, if you do yoga, if any of you do yoga, it's also the warrior stance in yoga. And that is, you fixate on a point and you put all of your attention, your momentum on that point. And she's got her attention fixated on a point, and she's ready to let go of that arrow, targeting a new adventure. And that, you know, like I said, this card is also about manifesting and, you know, letting go, so the universe has our back. So very cool. And I just want to look at recap the numbers. This is an 11. Whoops. And he said this is an 8. Blessing on the right words is an 8. So abundance. And 11, which comes to a 2, which is involving, I believe, the universe as well. And I want to recap. This is a 3, 6. Yeah, so we have a 3 and a 6 on this, which makes 9. If any of you are life path 9, that is about a service to others, you know, service to humanitarian, like a humanitarian type direction. So that is all that I have for you tonight. I wish you the best, and namaste.